Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now let's quickly dive into a mistake that Joffrey Moseria made while in the streets of Nairobi. Now we still remember there's this issue of OTC, QUICKMART OTC bodies. This story has been shared by many people. Evidence has not surfaced, but there are already allegations confirming that there was indeed some bodies. There's a video I'm going to share from an activist who has some information about the OTC story. But in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to a video from Joffrey Moseria. And Joffrey Moseria was doing some live sessions, or was it TikTok live, X live or YouTube live, but he was doing some live sessions and then trying to interview some locals there. Then he bumped into a kid, let's just say as child. So something quite bizarre happened there when the child confirmed 32 bodies that were ferried to, I think, the city mortuary ama ni wapi. But there's a statement he made there that forced, I think, Joffrey Moseria's team to end the live session. And this is what he said. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So that is what the child said. He said he had been paid to transport 32 bodies. I mean, we are still looking for proof to support these claims, but that is something that was said in the streets of Nairobi. Now, the blunder that I'm talking about here is that when Joffrey Moseria chose to interview people in the streets of Nairobi, one of the reasons why he did that was to try to make himself popular. He has been doing that. He has been using social media to make himself popular. But to be honest, Joffrey Moseria amekuwa akifanya kazi nzuri in the streets of Nairobi. The streets of Nairobi is all about sacrifice. You can't sacrifice, then there's no way you can deliver for the streets of Nairobi. So what he has done, Joffrey Moseria amesema yeye akae kwa ofisi na yeye ni mtu wa ground. Na ndio maana anatumia social media kuonyesha watu kazi ambayo anafanya. So katika hii hali ya kuonyesha watu kazi ambayo anafanya, ali-interview kijana mmoja pale Nairobi, streets of Nairobi. But kijana akamtajia vitu ambazo hakutarajia atasikia, lakini kambidi asikie kwa sababu aliambiwa ili asikize. And I'm going to share some of those details, But alitumaniwa. So what do you think about the blunder?
I was an eyewitness to what happens inside QUICKMART OTC supermarket. I went right inside. The policemen were all over the place. They were not allowing people to access the area, but even walk in that street nearby. We ate a lot of tear gas, but with a lot of resilience, I managed to get up to inside the supermarket. I also managed to talk to some eyewitnesses who observed the thing that happened between 4 p.m. on 25th up to very end yesterday, and they had a narrative they gave me. When I went to the supermarket, that narrative was confirmed. Now this is the thing. When I arrived at the supermarket, I found that all the goods were more or less all intact. The sugar, coffee, ungangano, name it, all the properties which were there were all more or less intact. There could also be electronic things which were there, which were not taken. I even went inside the manager's office, nothing was taken. And you hope that normally when people are looting, the easiest thing to loot is money. The manager's office was never broken into, nothing was taken. Even his computers were intact. He was even able to take the photos of those things. But I saw later that news came out that there was nobody in the supermarket, from Citizen, NTV, TV47 and the rest, I want to tell Kenyans that the story which is being told in the media currently is not true. This is what you need to believe. From the eyewitness report, people broke into the supermarket and entered, and he gives the number to be approximately 50 people, if not more. And after that, what followed was that the policemen tear gassed the place seriously. So there's a lot of tear gas that entered the supermarket. Unfortunately, that supermarket has very poor ventilation. And I'm sure you can go look at the walls, just look at the walls yourself. There's not even poor, there was no ventilation because the supermarket was locked by that time. That means that these people must have been suffocated by tear gas and died. When the policemen discovered that the tear gas in the supermarket when people are inside without ventilation was dangerous and the people are dead, then they came up now. Murkomen went on site, the policemen cordoned the area so that they can remove the bodies is when they allowed the media to go in. Why didn't the policemen allow the media to go inside with them at the same time? Why was the media entering the place around 6 p.m.? When they knew very well in the morning when Murkomen was there, there are bodies inside there. So don't believe that story at all. Secondly, we do not want photos taken by the media after the event. We want CCTV footage coverage from 25th 4 p.m. until 26th 6 p.m. uninterrupted, because the same way they deceived us that Ojwang hit his head on the wall and then could not give us the CCTV footages. It is when we got the CCTV footage of Mbagathi Hospital that the truth came. So that's where we stand. As far as I'm concerned, I'm asking Kenyans, if you left with anybody going for Mandamano, check whether your neighbor is there.
Joffrey Moseria's big mistake. Katika ile hali ya kutaka kwenda kwa social media ku upload videos, akajikuta amechukua a section whereby yule kijana anaongelea kwamba
Nipeleka mochari.
Nani alikuwa nipeleka wapi?
Nipeleka mocha. Walikufa wakuwa 32.
Wale waona.
Wako
Now, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.